Welcome to the channel where rare coins and extraordinary stories come to life. And today, you're about to discover how a seemingly ordinary 1972 1-cent coin, a penny that most people would overlook and toss into their spare change jar, has become one of the most valuable coins in the world, valued astonishingly at $28 million, all due to a fascinating blend of errors, mistakes, and the compelling possibilities they created. So let's dive into the riveting history and technical details that transformed this small copper coin into a priceless artifact in the numismatic world, starting with the fact that in 1972, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents, yet among these common coins, certain extremely rare and unintentional errors slipped through the strict quality controls of the Mint, beginning with what collectors now know as the 1972 double-die obverse penny. A coin that at first glance might appear typical, but under closer examination reveals severe doubling on key design elements, including the date itself, the phrase, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the word 1 cent on the reverse in some cases, with the doubling so pronounced that it can be spotted even without magnification, making it one of the most visible and desirable double dies in the history of U.S. coinage. But what elevates this particular 1972 penny to legendary status isn't just the common double die known to collectors, rather, it's a one-of-a-kind combination of multiple, layered mint errors all manifesting simultaneously on a single planchet, a convergence of mistakes considered nearly impossible, yet proven real by expert graders and authenticators from top numismatic institutions, starting with an off-center strike where the coin wasn't perfectly aligned during the minting process, leading to a shifted image that resulted in portions of the design missing from one side, compounded by a broad strike error where the collar that typically contains the shape of the coin failed, allowing the metal to spread beyond its normal boundaries, further increasing its anomaly. But the real showstopper is the rare double strike error where after the initial strike, the coin was struck a second time, slightly rotated from the first, causing overlapping images and text, and unbelievably, this double-struck error occurred in conjunction with a clipped planchet mistake, wherein the metal sheet used to create the blank planchet was misfed, causing a noticeable curved clip along one edge of the coin. And as if these errors weren't enough, metallurgical analysis revealed an incorrect alloy composition, as the coin contains traces of silver mixed into the standard copper alloy, likely due to contamination from leftover silver planchets during the transition period when the Mint ceased producing 40% silver coins earlier in the 1970s. Adding to the rarity, since a 1-cent coin containing silver should not exist, making the coin legally unique under U.S. Mint error classifications, and this contamination would have gone unnoticed visually, but under precise X-ray fluorescence tests conducted by specialists, the unusual alloy composition was confirmed, which alone would have made the coin a high-value specimen, but combined with the striking errors, it places the coin into the stratosphere of rarity. And the icing on the cake for collectors is the discovery of die cracks and cuts visible on both the obverse and reverse, where the dies used to strike the coin had fractured, leaving raised metal lines and missing design areas, considered significant mint flaws indicative of deteriorating equipment, which typically leads to coins being pulled from production, yet somehow this defective coin escaped unnoticed, passed into circulation, and years later found in a random collection before being authenticated and sold at auction, where competitive bidding from collectors, investors, and museums skyrocketed the price to an unbelievable $28 million, making headlines worldwide. And while skeptics questioned whether any coin, even with multiple errors, could command such value, expert numismatists explained that the confluence of 5 major errors, double die, off-center strike, double strike, broad strike, clipped planchet, along with metallurgical contamination and die cracks, occurring together in a single coin is a statistical anomaly, estimated at less than 1 in several billion coins, and therefore, this 1972 penny is not just a coin, but a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon, representing a perfect storm of human error, mechanical failure, and historical transition in U.S. Mint operations, which has intrigued collectors who theorize that it might have been created during a chaotic period when machinery upgrades and material shortages led to increased error rates. although no intentional creation has been suggested due to the stringent anti-counterfeiting measures enforced at U.S. mints, and what further deepens the mystery is the lack of mint documentation regarding such a coin, implying its existence was completely accidental, yet undeniable, given the physical evidence and third-party authentication. And beyond its physical attributes, the coin's backstory has added layers of fascination, as the original finder reportedly discovered it mixed among ordinary coins during a move, initially unaware of its potential worth, only realizing its significance after a local coin dealer spotted the unusual doubling under a magnifying glass, setting off a chain reaction that led to the coin being graded at MS65 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), with the red designation indicating minimal oxidation and an almost flawless copper sheen, incredibly rare for a coin minted over 50 years ago. And as more collectors learned of the coin's existence, myths and theories began to circulate, with some believing that it could be the result of experimental mint runs or tests using leftover materials, while others posit that it was an intentional anomaly created by a rogue mint employee, though no credible evidence supports such claims. And adding to the intrigue, the coin's journey included multiple high-profile auctions where bidding wars between private collectors and institutional investors drove the price higher, ultimately reaching the record-breaking $28 million mark, making it officially one of the most expensive coins ever sold globally, surpassing even famed numismatic rarities like the 1933 Double Eagle in public valuation. And today, this legendary 1972 penny is safeguarded in a high-security private vault, periodically exhibited at major coin shows and museums where collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike marvel at its detailed flaws and near-mythical status, serving as a testament to how even the smallest and most overlooked objects can hold unimaginable value. And so the next time you glance at a simple penny, remember the story of the 1972 1-cent piece that became a $28 million treasure, because in the world of coins, every detail counts and every error tells a story, and who knows, you might just be holding a hidden fortune without realizing it. So keep looking, keep learning, and stay tuned to our channel for more incredible tales of history, mystery, and money waiting to be discovered right in your pocket. And now, continuing this incredible journey through the world of valuable pennies, let's shift our focus to another astonishing piece of numismatic history, the 1982 1-cent coin that has fetched an unbelievable price tag of $23 million, a coin that, much like the 1972 cent, appears entirely ordinary at first glance but hides within its small copper form a sequence of minting errors, metallurgical mistakes, and historical oddities that elevate its status among collectors and investors alike to the realm of myth. And to understand why this particular 1982 penny holds such immense value, it's important to delve into the context of the year itself, as 1982 was a pivotal moment for the U.S. Mint, marking a significant transition in coin composition from the traditional copper planchets to the newer, more cost-effective copper-coated zinc planchets as rising metal prices forced the mint to reduce production costs. But during this transitional phase, a perfect storm of confusion, experimental production, and mechanical issues opened the door to multiple rare and valuable errors, and among the billions of 1982 pennies struck, 8 recognized varieties emerged, distinguished by large and small date designs and different compositions, yet only one coin stands as the ultimate outlier, a copper alloy 1982 D small date penny. A coin that should not exist according to official mint records, yet was undeniably struck using the wrong planchet, a discovery that shocked the numismatic community when confirmed. But what makes the $23 million coin even more fascinating is that it's not merely the elusive 1982 D small date copper cent, as that coin itself, though extremely rare, has known counterparts in private collections, but rather a singular specimen displaying an extraordinary confluence of minting errors and anomalies. Starting with the wrong planchet error, where instead of being struck on a standard copper-plated zinc planchet, this coin was minted using a pure copper planchet leftover from prior production runs, making its composition entirely incorrect for the time, a fact confirmed through rigorous testing involving weight measurements and metallurgical analysis, with the coin's weight at 3.11 grams rather than the expected 2.5 grams for its intended design, yet beyond this wrong planchet anomaly. This $23 million penny presents a stunning double strike error where the coin was struck twice, each strike slightly misaligned, causing dramatic doubling visible across Lincoln's profile and key legends such as, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date itself. But perhaps even more compelling is the coin's broad strike error resulting from a failure of the collar during the minting process, allowing the planchet to spread outward, distorting the rim and edge, which combined with the double strike creates an almost surreal overlapping visual effect that immediately signals its abnormality even to the untrained eye. Yet the anomalies don't stop there, as this singular coin also exhibits die cracks across both the obverse and reverse, where fractures in the minting dies caused raised metal lines to appear on the coin's surfaces, further emphasizing its flawed yet unique production. And under microscopic analysis, experts discovered a minor but crucial clipped planchet error where a small crescent-shaped segment of the planchet's edge was missing due to improper feeding during blanking, creating a physical imperfection highly sought after by error collectors. And adding another layer of intrigue, spectral analysis revealed traces of nickel contamination in the coin's alloy, likely introduced accidentally during planchet production or mint machinery maintenance, contributing to its metallurgical uniqueness. And because of all these errors coexisting in a single coin, what experts describe as an unprecedented stacking of mistakes, this 1982 penny became not just rare but singular, authenticated and graded at MS66 red by PCGS, a condition unheard of for a transitional era coin, and the discovery of this remarkable cent occurred entirely by accident when a coin roll hunter sorting through standard bank rolls stumbled upon it, initially recognizing only the off-color and unusual weight, prompting further inspection that led to professional grading and authentication. After which the coin's fame exploded across the numismatic world, drawing attention from high-end collectors, investors, and even museums vying for ownership of what many dubbed the ghost cent, due to its supposed impossibility according to mint production records, and in the high-stakes world of numismatic auctions, the rarity, historical significance, and combination of visible errors created a feeding frenzy, with fierce bidding escalating the coin's price higher with each successive auction, until it ultimately commanded a staggering $23 million at a private sale, setting records and sparking debates about whether such coins should be classified as mint errors or national treasures, with some experts arguing for its inclusion in National Museum collections due to its historical importance as a testament to a chaotic transition period in U.S. mint history. And in present day, this coin resides secured in a private collection, occasionally displayed at prestigious coin expos under high security, where its flawed perfection continues to captivate audiences, symbolizing the extraordinary value that can arise from human error, machine failure, and the randomness of history itself. And thus, while billions of 1982 pennies circulate unnoticed, this one singular flawed specimen stands alone, carrying a story worth not just $23 million but an entire chapter in the annals of coin collecting history, serving as yet another powerful reminder to examine every coin closely. For hidden treasures may still lie waiting in the most ordinary places, and as we continue our exploration of rare and valuable coins, stay with us on this incredible journey through time, mistakes, and money, as every coin tells a story and every discovery could change your life forever. And now, continuing this unbelievable journey into the world of rare and astonishing coins, let's talk about a modern marvel that has taken collectors and investors by storm. The 2001 cent coin that astonishingly reached a sale price of $15 million, a value that seems almost impossible for a penny from such a recent year. Yet the story behind this coin, its unprecedented combination of errors, its historical significance, and its sheer visual strangeness explain why this single copper-coated zinc cent has captivated the numismatic community and beyond, and to fully grasp why this ordinary-looking coin became a multi-million-dollar treasure, we must start with its origin during the year 2000, when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents as part of its routine production, using modern automated machinery that was believed to have nearly eliminated major minting errors. But in rare cases, even the most advanced technology can fail, and when it does, the results can be spectacular, as evidenced by this particular coin known today among experts as the 2000 misaligned mule penny, a term which alone hints at its unique creation, for you see, in the world of coin production, a mule error is one of the rarest types of minting mistakes, occurring when two dies not intended to be paired together strike a coin simultaneously, resulting in a coin that should not logically exist, and in this case, a die used to strike a Sacagawea dollar reverse was mistakenly installed in a press intended for Lincoln cents, and this catastrophic blunder resulted in the 2000 penny bearing a Lincoln obverse but struck with a Sacagawea reverse design, creating a true mule error, a phenomenon considered almost impossible at the U.S. Mint due to strict die pairing protocols. Yet confirmed in this singular instance by multiple expert graders and die specialists who authenticated the pairing as genuine. But the errors didn't end with the incorrect die combination, for this 1-cent coin was also struck off-center by approximately 15%, skewing both the obverse and the mule reverse and leaving part of the Sacagawea design missing from one edge while compressing Lincoln's bust on the opposite side, creating immediate visual evidence of something terribly wrong during its minting. And if that weren't enough, the coin was also double-struck within the same press session, causing overlapping images on both faces, particularly noticeable around the year 2000. Date, and the Sacagawea figure where doubling is severe enough to see unaided, yet the coin's surreal nature is further compounded by a rare planchet error, as it was not struck on a typical copper-plated zinc cent planchet nor a standard dollar coin planchet, but rather on a hybrid alloy blank composed primarily of nickel and manganese, an alloy typically reserved for experimental planchets used during the development of the Sacagawea dollar, which suggests that this coin may have been struck during test runs or experimental trials, although no official mint documentation confirms this, adding a layer of mystery that numismatists and historians are still investigating to this day, and metallurgical tests performed by independent labs confirmed this unusual composition, showing that the planchet was a leftover experimental blank accidentally fed into the wrong press. And with the Sacagawea reverse die mistakenly installed, this hybrid material coin was then struck with designs that belonged to entirely different coinage series, a scenario so improbable that experts estimate the chance of this happening at less than 1 in several billion, and in addition to its mismatched dies, incorrect alloy, double strike, and off-center error, microscopic analysis revealed significant die polishing lines across the obverse surface, indicating that the Lincoln die used was nearing the end of its service life and had been heavily polished in an attempt to extend its use, resulting in visible parallel lines and slightly weakened design details, particularly around Lincoln's jaw and coat, further adding to the unique profile of this coin. And beyond the physical errors, the coin carries a story that borders on legendary, as it was first discovered not in a dealer's collection or auction house, but in a pocket full of change by an unsuspecting collector who at first mistook the strange reverse for foreign currency, only realizing its potential significance after comparing it to standard Sacagawea dollars and Lincoln cents and noticing the impossible die pairing, after which the coin was submitted to leading grading agencies including PCGS and NGC, where it was authenticated as the first and only known mule error of its kind involving a cent and Sacagawea dollar reverse. Subsequently graded MS64 due to minor handling marks but retaining a strong mint luster that enhances its visual appeal. And once word of this coin's existence spread across numismatic circles, demand to own it skyrocketed, leading to a series of private offers and competitive auctions where bidding wars escalated rapidly, with the final recorded private sale reaching the monumental figure of $15 million, establishing the coin as not just an ultra-rarity but also as a modern legend within the error coin collecting world. And what makes the story even more compelling is that despite thorough searching, no other similar mule error cents from the year 2000 have been found to date, leading experts to believe that this may indeed be a one-of-one minting mistake, perhaps resulting from an isolated equipment failure or human error during a shift change at the mint, with no other surviving due to standard quality control procedures that would have likely destroyed any additional errors had they been caught in time. And today, This unique coin is securely housed in a climate-controlled vault within a private collection but has been exhibited at prestigious events like the World's Fair of Money and the Smithsonian Institution on temporary loan, where it draws crowds eager to glimpse the coin that defied mint protocols and mechanical precision to become one of the most valuable pennies in the world. And while millions of Americans handle 2,000 pennies every day without a second thought, only this single hybrid planchet, double-struck, off-center Sacagawea mule penny holds the distinction of being a $15 million treasure, an extraordinary reminder that even in the modern era of automated precision, mistakes can still happen, and those mistakes can sometimes create wonders worth more than anyone could ever imagine. And so as you continue your own search for hidden gems, remember the tale of the 2001-cent piece that transformed from spare change into numismatic royalty, and keep watching, keep learning, and stay inspired by the world of coins where history, errors, and value intersect in the most unexpected ways, as perhaps your own pocket change might just contain the next $1 million discovery waiting to be found. And when we look at these three astonishing coins together, the legendary 1972 1 cent valued at $28 million, the 1982 cent worth $23 million, and the unprecedented 2000 mule cent that fetched $15 million, we begin to understand how seemingly ordinary pennies can evolve into multi-million-dollar artifacts through a remarkable convergence of historical transitions, mechanical failures, human oversight, and sheer luck, as each of these coins represents a moment where the rigid precision of the U.S. Mint faltered just enough to allow history-making errors to slip through unnoticed, preserved by chance until discovery. And examining the 1972 1 cent again, we see how its combination of the famous double die obverse, severe off-center strike, double strike, broad strike, clipped planchet, incorrect alloy contamination with traces of silver, and visible die cracks came together to produce a coin so anomalous and visually shocking that even the most seasoned graders were stunned, with its impossibility underscoring its value, as the likelihood of all these flaws appearing simultaneously is so minuscule that the coin itself is viewed almost like an artifact from another dimension, a physical manifestation of chaos during production, and its record-breaking sale at $28 million is a testament to the numismatic world's fascination with complexity, rarity, and perfect imperfection. While the 1982 1 cent, a coin minted during the U.S. Mint's tumultuous shift from copper to zinc, tells another chapter in the story of valuable mistakes, as its wrong planchet error, having been struck on leftover copper alloy when all records indicate such compositions should have ceased, compounded by its sharp double strike, broad strike, clipped planchet, die cracks, and nickel contamination, created a coin both visually captivating and chemically unique. And when this coin, later dubbed the 1982 Copper Ghost Penny, surfaced unexpectedly from ordinary circulation and fetched $23 million at auction, it highlighted how even in the most scrutinized moments of mint history, lapses in material control and equipment maintenance can lead to multi-million-dollar marvels, coins that blend the intrigue of unsolved mysteries with the allure of perfect minting disasters. And then comes the modern enigma of the 2001 cent needle error, arguably the most confounding of the three. As in a highly automated minting environment equipped with digital error detection, the creation of a Lincoln cent, struck with a Sacagawea dollar reverse on a nickel-manganese hybrid planchet defies belief, compounded by its off-center strike, double strike, die polishing lines, and the unparalleled mule pairing itself, making this coin a numismatic phenomenon unlike anything else recorded, and although sold for $15 million, some collectors speculate its value may rise in future years as it remains the only known cent-dollar mule error in existence, protected securely, and viewed occasionally at exhibitions, where its impossible nature fascinates both casual observers and expert collectors alike. And when considered together, these three coins form a rare trilogy where history, technological change, human oversight, and the mysteries of random error combine to produce objects so unique that no amount of money could truly replicate them, as their exact conditions and creation circumstances are forever lost to time. And these coins now function as historical documents as much as financial investments, telling the story of the U.S. Mint's evolution through their physical flaws, Whether it's the chaotic doubling of 1972's penny, the alloy mistake of 1982's transition era cent, or the machine and human breakdown resulting in 2000's impossible mule, each coin embodies the rarest outcome in minting, the production of a coin that should not, by any mechanical or procedural standard, exist, and yet they do, serving as tangible proof that perfection is sometimes less valuable than error. Especially when error takes a form so dramatic that it challenges our understanding of the systems designed to prevent it. And as these coins continue to be studied, showcased, and admired, their stories inspire not just numismatists but historians, engineers, and collectors from every corner of the world, each person wondering what other undiscovered minting oddities may be hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize them. And so as you handle coins in your daily life, remember that stories like those of the 1972, 1982, and 2000 cents are not merely tales of money, but stories of history captured in metal, mistakes preserved against all odds, where each small, flawed piece tells a colossal narrative worth millions, both in dollars and historical significance. And as always, keep searching, keep questioning, and stay connected to our channel where every episode could bring you closer to the next extraordinary discovery hidden in your own pocket.